The Philosophical Act by the German Catholic philosopher Josef Pieper is a wonderful series of 4 essays, initially presented as 4 lectures, given in Germany just a few years after the end of World War II. Pieper is well known to be a champion of the liberal arts, such as music, art, history, literature, theology, and philosophy. Pieper also certainly values other fields of study, such as mathematics, science, and technology. After all, the German economy and culture were in shambles after the war, and Pieper knew that math and science were needed to rebuild a prosperous, modern society. However, Pieper was very concerned that the modern world is obsessed with work and that every act, everything people do, is now judged against one standard: is it useful? That is, the modern workaday world only values something if it makes money, helps us gain control over something, or gives us more entertainment. This desire to judge all things by their utility might make a lot of sense in post-war Germany, and maybe it still makes a lot of sense today. Our lives are complex and busy, and we all have to make money to survive. After all, who really has time to waste on useless things? But Pieper wants us to stop and ask, what is really useful? What do we humans really want and need? Is our happiness, our human flourishing, solely dependent upon just increasing our wealth, power, and pleasure? Pieper says we must break out of this modern way of thinking and value what is truly useful: the absolutely useless practice of doing philosophy. What's that? Pieper admits that philosophy is a useless practice in our modern world, yet he argues we need philosophy today more than ever before. How does that make any sense? To find out, you're going to have to do philosophy and critically reflect upon this reading. Please note that it will take you some time to read the essays. Do not read them with the idea that you are trying to finish a task. That's the workaday world mentality, and you would just be doing what Pieper calls pseudo-philosophy. Instead, read the text slowly and reflectively. Think about it. Ponder it. Ask yourself if Pieper is right, and if what you are reading fits with your life experience. After you have thought it over, here's another suggestion to consider. Talk to a classmate about it and see if you agree. Anyway, I'm curious to learn if you agree with Pieper that the useless practice of philosophy is actually quite useful. I would like to know if you think philosophy is useful to you today, in your first year at Mount St. Mary's, as you are working towards a major and a future career. Or is Pieper absolutely wrong, and this philosophy class, and the one that will follow it in the core, is just a big waste of time and effort? Thank you for your time. I look forward to discussing these issues and others